We finally know why the Analogue Pocket was delayed. So it was supposed to come out next month in May. They held on to our money for a while, collecting that interest. Now it's being released in October, so collecting even more interest. I think they may be doubling their money on these things, holding on to our cash for that long. Maybe they invested in GameStop. I don't know. This is freaking nuts. But hey, it is what it is. We got to wait for that. But if you were interested in some other devices, guess what? They're going back up tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time for you to purchase, and they're going to be shipping immediately. What's really going on here? Where's the Analogue Duo? That's what I want to know. When is that going to be released? That's like my least interested like device that they've made. Like interested in because I can't really use it. But I'm still interested in knowing, you know what I mean? I only have a handful of Hue cards and I have a PC Engine, so I'm not really all that worried about it. But what? The very last NT Mini Noirs will be available tomorrow. The final run for reals this time, for realsy reals. $500 HDMI FPGA NES system. Holy crap. I pre-ordered one of those a while back. I got it. I enjoyed it. The floppy slot action, it's a nice device. I wound up selling mine because I decided, you know what, I have too many freaking options for NES. And I have a high-def top loader, so I was like, let me stick with that if I'm going to play cartridges. I don't need this thing. So I'm passing on this order because I already had one, got rid of it because I decided I didn't want it. But that's coming back out tomorrow. Limit 1 per customer. But they're also releasing tomorrow some more Super NTs at 8 a.m. Limit 2 per customer. So that means they have a decent amount, I would imagine. Right? If you recall, the NT Mini Noir, a lot of people got kind of annoyed for a few reasons, right? One of them was because it was an upgraded, newer version than the original NT Mini. So people who had the previous were like, what the fuck, you know? It was kind of crazy, but, you know, it had the floppy slot going on with it, which is fine. But, you know, it was sold for a little while. Like, the pre-orders didn't sell out immediately. But then people kind of jumped on like, what the fuck, man? Analog's always selling out of their pre-orders. Well, they didn't sell out immediately on that. But this time, I think, who knows? Did they produce more while they should have been producing the Analogue Pocket? And I know people will be like, the chips, man, the chips. There's chip shortage. Whatever, dude. I don't care about no damn shortage. You figure it out. Go freaking mining or something and produce chips. I don't know how this shit's done. You know what I mean? But it's like, where did these NT Mini Noirs come from? Did they produce more? Were these stockpiled? Were these canceled orders? I don't freaking know. But you know what? If you want one, try to get one. I think the Super NT is going to be the big push. But this is really going to bombard their website, man. Because there's going to be so much interest for the Super NT. People been like, I have my Super NT. I have the Ghostly edition. I freaking love that thing. I'll never get rid of it. But people been wanting to grab the Super NT, and it's been out of stock. People have been reselling theirs for like $500-$600, crazy shit. And now they're putting out more. And I think that's going to be the big push. Hopefully, with everything that Analogue has said in the past about how they're going to try to combat bots, they're going to go to, you know, they're suiting up and they're going to fight the bots somehow. I don't know how they're going to do this, but I still would imagine it's going to be a pain in the ass to get on here. But for them to release two things at the same time, there's going to be people who want the NT Mini Noir and the Super NT. And you're going to pay out the ass for shipping, just the Analogue shipping tax. The shipping prices have gone up, but Analogue's just always been kind of outrageous with it. It's kind of crazy. You know, I ship stuff all the time, and I'm like, yeah, like for the distance you ship the Super NT to me, the carrier that you used, I could ship for like a third. Like it's just, I don't know, man. They're profiting off of that shipping. I that's the way I'm looking at it. But I think people are gonna have to decide, like, okay, which do you want more? Do you want the NT Mini Noir more, or do you want the Super NT more? And try for that. If you get it, then try for the other one. You're gonna be paying extra on shipping, though. Are you gonna be able to check out with both of them in your cart? I don't know. That's gonna be a risk some people are not gonna want to take. But hey, it is what it is, man. If you want one of these, I hope you can get one. You know, there's a lot of people, like on my channel, I talk about this all the time. I laugh at it because I just look at it like, and I said this on Twitter a little while ago, that these people who nonstop, like on my videos or on other people's videos or on tweets for products, Like, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Just keep on fucking walking. You don't need to drop your little comments everywhere. I mean, you have every right to. It's fine, but it just seems so freaking obnoxious. Like, you're the kid that we would like kind of glance at out of the corner of our eye that was sitting in the back of the classroom eating boogers, and like you'd look at him and he'd start growling at you like weird motherfuckers, dude. Like the people who are like, just play it on Mister. It's like you have some kind of fucking like invested interest, like you're making money off of it or something. Same thing with the people with the Raspberry Pi, or the people who are nonstop like, my Snapdragon cell phone can play this shit. Who the like? I don't want to play games on the cell phone, but if you do, more power to you. But you realize there's options out there. Some people want to play with cartridges. They want to play on an HD TV. Some people don't even want to do that. They want to play on the original hardware on a CRT. More power to you. Some people are like, fuck all that. I'm not paying all that money. I'm going to emulate on the cheapest device that I can buy, or whatever device that I have. Your mom's vibrator. Probably play games just fine. I say it all the time. Your microwave. Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck cares? That's my point. However you want to play your damn games. And these obnoxious assholes, like, they're really such a put off, man. I've dealt with it for my entire YouTube career. The Raspberry Pi, which I was huge on, and I still am. You have those obnoxious freaking people. The Mister. Oh my God. Like, I thought the Mister people were going to be more like relaxed and like, yeah, this is an awesome option, because FPGA is definitely the future with retro gaming stuff. But the freaking ridiculousness, the obnoxiousness, just crazy. There's analog people who are crazy too. Play however the fuck you want. I don't give two shits. I just like covering options. That's why I've covered everything, Mister Raspberry Pi, freaking the poly. Oh shit! I'm almost breaking this thing, and this is like a rarity. The polyschmegma. Fuck, dude. I like pulled the cord. Totally fucked some shit up. The hell is that crap? But yeah, just my point is just play however you want, dude. Like, if you're fine, like, YouTube is like fucked up, like the retro gaming community. Like, I've approached things with my feelings towards options have changed, but I appreciate everything that's been out there. Like, things were stepping stones for me to get back into retro gaming. And, you know, I've bought like every single mini console that's come out, you know, every emulation device, FPGA option, original hardware, you know, other options like the AVS. I wanted to point this out. Like, this was like one of my first NES clone systems, besides like stuff from Hyperkin, that I felt was awesome. $189. When is Analogue going to put out, you know, a competitively priced plastic NT Mini, right? It's just, my taste has changed over time, but I appreciate everything that, you know, I have climbed up over, and I continue to revisit. Like Raspberry Pi, I still fucks with the Raspberry Pi. I actually have a video coming up on a Raspberry Pi image either today or tomorrow, pretty soon anyway. Stuff with Mister I'm going to be covering. Stuff with the everything, man. Play however you want. Nobody cares. It just drives me nuts, man, because there's these, I mean, it doesn't really drive me nuts. I mean, maybe I'm overreacting. I laugh at it. I just think it's obnoxious. Like, get your head out of your ass. I think the problem is that human beings have become bored. If you don't know what I mean, just like, I mean, look at the world. We're fucking bored, man. Maybe it's because of this pandemic. Maybe it's just because, like, you know, I don't know. People get excited over shit. People want to see crazy things happen. People want to feel special. People want to be in their own little communities. I think people have just grown bored with the everyday. And I guess I understand it. I guess. But, man, motherfuckers, dude. Play your games however you want, man. Peace out. Bye-bye and boom. Big-ass thumb button in your face, bitch.